I really had to work through, what is it? Like, what, can I not be grateful? Am I supposed to be grateful for the illusionary things? What is it? And then I realized it's the Easter eggs. Welcome back to one's journey of unwinding the mind and, of course, your daily microdose. Now tune in to the latest episode of One's Journey. Today I want to talk about gratitude, but I want to dig deeper than we have dug with gratitude in the past, and this has really been a large transition in my life, probably over the last 6 months. Okay. Gratitude practices. When we think of the standard gratitude practices that many are practicing and are beautiful, do not get me wrong. This video is not putting down current gratitude practices. It is showing you what is the next level of gratitude practices, at least within the illusion. So right now, when we think of a gratitude practice, it's listing 4 things you're grateful for in the morning or later in the day, but the parameters are really anything. And when I first started my gratitude practice intentionally, probably about 5 years ago, I just let myself do whatever. And in times of darkness and sadness, it was really hard. Sometimes I was just grateful to wake up with a bed or to have a pillow or to have even woke up that day or to be able to take a shower. Very, very simplistic things. And as I continued to grow in my gratitude, I was activating my reticular activating system, and I started seeing more and more important things like grateful for this friendship, grateful for this connection. And it continued to move forward. But we're in the process of untying the ego. And we get to this point where we've practiced gratitude, which is beautiful because it helps us to shift our perspective. But we start to, at least for myself, it was like, okay, if I'm untying myself from the ego, which is of the illusion, my gratitudes don't just hit the same anymore. By me being grateful for, having a roof over my head or for a certain person, because it was reiterating the separation and reiterating that the illusion was real because I was essentially putting weight on it, which again, at the beginning, great. It depends where you're taking your journey. This is for if you are really working on untying from the ego. So I got to this point of I started to place weight on doing it. Like I felt shame and guilt for doing it. So I really had to work through, what is it? Like, can I not be grateful? Am I supposed to be grateful for the illusionary things? What is it? And then I realized it's the Easter eggs. That's what I call them. So it's the glimpses of truth within the illusion. It's those moments when you see the reflection of love, of that eternal love, and you see the bigger picture, how it just all aligns, how you are able to see that you shifting your perspective shifted the entire vision you saw. So it's no longer this gratitude for things or people or really things outside of you. Instead, it's for how your internal state impacted that around you. I think it really is what we call miracles. When you find yourself coming from that place of love and what in turn turns out. So I call them Easter eggs. And some examples are, so I recently went back home with my family, and I think I talked about it in another video, and I really focused on shifting my perspective and walking into this trip from a perspective of love, seeing everything as the love or the cry for the love it is, and meeting it with love, no longer meeting it with attack. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't perfect the whole time, but by me doing that, I was able to see the side of my family members that I didn't think actually existed, which it always has. And that's where my video, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out, is do people really change? Or is it your perception came about? Because I realized they were always this person. They were either. It just depended which lens I needed to look through. And I just had this deep internal understanding that occurred. And that is an Easter egg. That is you being handed the true experience of, I think, what some people would refer to as heaven on earth, really seeing the reflection of unconditional love in the moments that you are experiencing. So paying attention to those Easter eggs and really finding gratitude for those is reiterating the movement in which you are attempting to do, which is untying from the ego. So the other gratitude, again, I want to say, is not bad. But remember, having that awareness that you are placing weight on things within the illusion if you are practicing that type of gratitude. And this gratitude is more for the whole, for the being the dreamer outside of the dream and the opportunities you're having to experience it while you still believe that you're in this illusion. The ability to see truth and know truth and understand truth at a deeper level, but still within this illusion. So I would love to hear your feedback. Comment below or hop on the Discord if you're a part of the Patreon. When have you experienced some of these Easter egg moments, and where are you at in your gratitude practice? If you haven't even started a gratitude practice, start with the easiest gratitude practice. I have all of my clients send me 4 things they're grateful for every single day because it is a huge part of shifting that mindset to seeing the positive in everything, to shifting that perspective, right? Within the illusion. And then this is just another layer on top of that, where the deeper level of gratitude of seeing the truth within the illusion comes in. And I would love to hear your feedback. Also, if you have any recommendations for upcoming topics, please post those in the comments. And as always, my friend, remember you are worth it. Much love.